Okay, right. Okay, there's so many new ways of like commenting and who knows what on these Zooms today, and I'm learning them all, learning different things from my wonderful different people here. So it's great. I'm so happy that everybody is here today. So welcome to our panel in which Devora, Shane, and I will be working to encourage you to uncover where it is that you have that passion, because we are all born with a particular passion for something in life. You know, thank God Hashem gave everybody gifts. And sometimes it's more difficult to find that gift and to discover your passion, but it is there. And I even feel, I have to tell you, I was listening to some of you, Lauren, you may know the name, Nir Duvdevani. Devora, you may know the name. He's somebody here in Israel, not a religious guy. And he says, God put us each here for a different reason. And if you have a talent and you're not using that talent, is it fair to the world to deprive the world of that special gift that you have? And I think that it helps us to look at things that way because we're always taught to be humble and to be humble, but there's a place for humility and there is a place for us to share our greatness. And we, each and every one of us, have greatness. Yes, you do. So, I think that we have all got lots to tell you today. And I know that for Devora, for Shane, and for myself, it has been a journey to reach our passion, because it's not just something that, we can always work with and live with, and etc. It's not always so simple. But Baruch Hashem, I really personally feel, and I'll tell you more about it, how I reached this. But as I said, I'll tell you more about it. But I would love to hear now, Devora, please share with us, okay, more about your passion and what you would like to recommend to all our lovely ladies who have joined us today about really being able to have the gift of following your passion. Thanks, honey.
Hi, ladies. So excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you. So it's a really interesting question because I've definitely been following my passion and my heart for many, many years. So I'm just gonna take you back. Um, the year of 9/11 was like a big wake-up call for me. I was living in Manhattan. I was downtown in the West Village, and I actually saw like right when the first tower got hit. I was like on the street corner going to a meeting with Lauren Interactive, Ralph Lauren's son, and I was so excited for my meeting. And then all of a sudden I see like the plane, like the building all of a sudden on fire. I could see it from where I was standing on 6th Avenue and 14th Street. Anyway, lo and behold, that whole episode was just like a big awakening for me, like questioning what was God thinking. And it just led me on a spiritual journey of yoga, Jiva Mukti yoga in the East Village. And 3 months later, quit my job, bought an around the world plane ticket, booked a 10 country mini vacation, quit my job, and just took off. And that led me on a spiritual journey. I connected with Isha Torah. Lo and behold, a few months later, ended up in Eretz Israel learning Torah in a seminary. And I was 32 years old, not married yet. So, like, just, that was like the beginning of like just so many different exciting roller coaster turns in my life. So I ended up staying and learning in Eretz Israel and becoming a Choser B'Teshuvah and leading a very different lifestyle than I had led up until that point in my life. Baruch Hashem, I had a strong Jewish foundation, but it was very secular. So now I've migrated into the spiritual world. Thank you to 9/11. God had a plan and, migrated to Eretz Israel, been living here. Married, Baruch Hashem, with 4 kids. At the age of 35, I got married and have kids. Was a late, late start, but Baruch Hashem, it's been very exciting. And I've done many different things. I have a sales and marketing background. I actually went to fashion school at FIT in New York, but I was in the world of Kira for a while with Aisha Torah and then migrated to just different sales and marketing projects and events. And then when Corona hit, one of my soul sisters, Kim Bash, is like, join me in the world of real estate in Kim Bash Real Estate. So I ventured on to helping people to either migrate to Eretz Israel, which is one of my passions, and to have the Jews live in our homeland along with me. I feel like Lech Lecha is the best journey we can all take in our this day and age. And to live in Eretz Israel, even with all the turmoil that's here, it's everywhere, turmoil everywhere around the world. So you might as well live in the homeland with our people as we're on this journey together. And since Corona, I've, like whatever, I met a friend in my community in Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph, and I was on a parenting women's mothers retreat, and I met someone. We became walking partners, and then we ended up becoming business partners. And the Jewish Healing Network was a website that I opened, which is a mind, body, soul directory for holistic wellness professionals and health seekers. So if you're looking for alternative healing or some more information, and it's free to join. So you can come on. Right now, it's still free to join. Before it costs anything, is now the time to take advantage and help people contact me from all over about different health issues or different things. And I can help sometimes navigate them to the right people and connections. I'm a good connector and networker in the Jewish world for Baruch Hashem, many different things. I've helped people I have two women that I've helped along the way. Whose husbands had ALS, and I taught them and helped them to open up crowdfunding and help them to sustain their families for some years. And just different projects end up coming to me. Hashem navigates very interesting neshamas into my life. And another recent one is Maim Chaim. They do holistic healing retreats. And so they're having a retreat for women at Kibbutz Levi for this Tu B'Shvat. And I invited me to be the host to be able just to help make sure everything runs smooth. The women have a good time. The facilitators do their job. They also have a good time. Actually, Gila, I think that's how we met. And because you're going to be with us at the retreat. So I'm so looking forward to spending time with you and, helping all these women on their heal. I believe everybody is on a healing journey until Mashiach arrives. We all have our tikkunim, our fixing to do down here. And I feel like when you like it's a lifetime process figuring out who we are, where we're meant to be, and how to show up. But if you look at the world, like everything is an opportunity for growth and self introspection, and you might as well bring some joy into the picture while you're figuring out what it is you're meant to be doing. And just take those opportunities when they show up in front of you. Don't be afraid to just go with it and see where the road will take you and stay open and stay in a place of asking questions and trying to use the skills and the talents and the tools that you have to do whatever is being asked of you on the journey that we're on. Um, Along the journey, also like I try and learn with some friends on Shabbos. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly growing. I feel like living in Eretz Israel, it definitely gives you that flame and that vibe to like keep, learning inside the Torah, learning people skills, learning midos, constantly refining myself and, the things that I know that keep tripping me up along the life's journey, how to be more conscious of them and trying to fix them and be a better person. And but I definitely have a GPS in my life. Like my life stream and goal is to be with the women for opening services of the Beis Hamikdash. I know it's coming. It's happening. We're in these. It's got to be. This is the craziest times in the universe, so it's got to be coming down the superhighway soon. And my dream and passion in life is to be able to help gather with the women, celebrate and rejoice at that opening services with our tambourines, with our voice, with our families intact and whole and healthy. And so that is like a light that, that is a dream that lights me up. And so as long as I know that my GPS always points to that with Hashem's blessing, then everything is exciting. There's nothing that's gonna slow me down. And I love meeting everyone in Am Yisrael and connecting with people and figuring out how I can help them or network with them. I also have like a free job board it's like a WhatsApp group. Happy to give anybody the link later. That just like I find interesting jobs out there. I post them. If somebody is looking for a job, I always tell them, give me like a paragraph and your contact, and I'll post it for you on the board. And sometimes people get jobs that way. Um, yeah, so I'm just like a navigator and a connector in Am
Connector.
Yisrael, for myself and others. And I'm always like a cheerleader. So some of the work that I do happens to be in coaching with my wellness professionals, that are on the Jewish Healing Network. So the one of my partner actually, she has it's called Mime Chaim Mitzchai, sorry. Mitzchai juices, and so she's got cold pressed juices, 28 flavors of amazing juices. Like I try to drink a green juice every day, and so
That's why
she
your complexion's so beautiful.
yes, yes, that is why I radiate a lot of light, all that chlorophyll. And so yeah, so what I wanted to say is that I'm like one of her biggest cheerleaders. We're partners in a business. She has her own business, and I just see like the great stuff that she pulls out into the universe. And it's exciting working with other women and entrepreneurs and helping them to light up the path that they're meant to be on.
Devora, if you could give one tip to our ladies here of how to find that inner calling, how to uncover that, if you have a tip to like
I
share.
would say journaling. Journaling is a great thing to take the time to write down, like, what are my passions? And write a list. Write every morning for a week straight. Just in the morning when you first get up, is just start writing. And I always write Dear Hashem. I don't write Dear Diary anymore. I've always just said, because I know I'm talking to Hashem anyway. Talk to Hashem. I want to live my life's passion. I want to do the work I'm meant to be doing in the world. I want you to send me the right shlichim, the right people. I want to, you know what I mean? And if you keep flushing it out and you keep asking and you keep working it through, you'll see a pattern and you'll see the things that light you up that you want to be doing. It's just going to come out.
Yeah, I think but like part of journaling is just write from within. And when you just write, you don't know what's going to land on the page and you have some amazing surprises there. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. It is
Yep.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Devon. Right, that was fascinating, and it's always so interesting to hear different people's journeys and to hear you're a connector. And wow, that's such an important place to be at. I mean, you're going to be not only davening with the women in the Beit HaMikdash, please God, you're going to be there. You're going to be saying, okay, no, you need to sit over there, and your husband is waiting for you over there and move there. I could just see it. Please God, it's
No, there's so many. We're going to be on the women's section. So we're going to be, you know what I mean? There's so many incredible new Jewish women here, and we're bringing the show to we're bringing the show to happen. So it's our festivities, and it's going to be the most incredible event we've ever experienced in our whole lives. So I'm going to make sure it's all that plus.
we're going to do it all together, all of us ladies.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Devora. And a little bit later on, Devora is going to come back and Shane will address you again and tell you what their special offers are. Because one of the things that I really like to do on the panel is to share a special offer with the people who have signed up for this. So I'm excited that you're here and you're going to not only from the content today, and it's recorded. So if there's stuff that you want, then you're welcome to listen again and to share it. And I'll send it all out in a follow-up email with all of our contact information. Okay. And you will have a special offer there, one from each of us. So it's worthwhile hanging out there. Okay, Shane. Yes, Enchantress Shane.
Hey, darling. Well, so many of us, and dare I say all, we've all been taught to follow what you're supposed to do before your passion. It's it's just inherent, it's in our training, and it's okay. Once we can understand and accept that, I used to be an educator full time. I was working with children with special needs. I was trying to change the world in families until I realized that kids were perfect, no matter how big their special needs were. But it was how the parents were working with them that really needed the help. And so I have always found and continued to pivot my passions. And so many people in whatever world you're in would say, like, oh, she's doing so many things. And there's some kind of shame with that. Like, why doesn't she know what she's doing already? And I really truly believe that Hashem and God has given us so many beautiful interests, and the world is so vast that we can fit into many different areas and arenas that our core passion always fits. So whether I was waitressing, being an actress, coaching, parent coaching, teaching, being a therapist, I love caregiving. I love watching people go from one place, transforming into another place. And every person I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a vast amount of, I've worked with kids in prison, I've worked with millionaires, they're all sensitive and creative. So I want to give everybody watching live a moment to be seen. So you can use the chat and you can write yes. If there's something that resonates in your body, in your mind, type yes in the chat. And one of the important things I want to share about our passion is, what do we feel? When you get chills, when you hear a ringing in your ear, when you all of a sudden turn your head to the right, what is happening for you? So there's many ways to look at this. And something that I really truly believe is that our mind is not always our friend. Our mind has many experiences. We watch the news, we hear people being yentas, we hear other people saying it. Great, PL, perfect. And whether we realize it or not, we soak this information in. If you're hanging out with a bunch of women who are complaining about their bodies, you might look in the mirror and say, meh. If you're hanging out with women that are, walking every day, you might also say meh, but you'll take an action and start to walk. Your passion is something you already know, but you might be pushing it away because it's different than everybody. It's annoying. It might make people feel uncomfortable. But when you notice and you get chills and you're like, oh, I saw that flyer for crystals. What should I do with that? I could use it to write somebody's phone number on the back of it, or I could put it on my refrigerator and let my family see it. Right, Gila? So it's really important to notice whether it's Hashem whispering to you, whether it's your body, whatever you want to call it, to pay attention to your body and let your mind be curious. So all the upraising that says you have to do things a certain way, yes, you can do this. But then you might be sleepy all the time. You might be overwhelmed. You might be eating another piece of chocolate and you don't even know why. You're in the refrigerator. You don't even know why. You don't even care to make dinner anymore. I'm giving you extremes, but the idea is, once you start to listen to your body and listen to those fleeting moments, you can start to hear your passion. So I want us all, we're going to do a mini experience. So I'm an embodiment expert, which means I have learned how to connect my mind and my brain. I'll show you a picture of my beautiful mother and my aunt. They're twins, beautiful women, born in Germany after the Holocaust in a displaced persons camp. I was the first one born in this country, and my name is Shane, which in Yiddish means beautiful. How much pressure, and I appreciate it, was put on me for being a miracle, for being beautiful. And then when I was like in maybe second or third grade, I was wearing a bathing suit at my bungalow upstate. And this woman said to me, "Look at your belly." And she poked my belly. So everyone in the world is like, how beautiful, Shayna Madel, she's so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then this one woman pokes my belly. And this memory stayed in my mind and probably contributed to my body shame and all this stuff that comes up. And I know, even without seeing your faces, we all have a moment that was like, you're not good. You're not right. Something's wrong with you. Take your little belly and go hide it somewhere else. And so, as a coach, as a therapist, as a mentor, I am here to help you unwind that stuff. You don't even have to make money from your passion. You will be a better mother, a better sister, a better friend, a better neighbor, a better human, a better Jew, a better everything if you're living in your passion in a way that takes the shame and the supposed to be's and puts it somewhere else. So I'm going to give you a tool right now, and it's RNIF, or Right Now I Feel. And it's only one or two words that come after that. So I'll do mine. I'll uncross my legs. So uncross your legs. If you're driving, be safe, of course. Uncross your hands. And the sentence goes like this, and you repeat it over and over. Right now, I feel alive. Right now, I feel cold hands. Right now, I feel thirsty. Right now, I feel proud. So it's a thought, a feeling, or a sensation. We have 30, 40, 50,000 of them every day. But to start paying attention, you can do this with your children. Thank you, Randy. I just saw your first sentence. Exactly. You can do this in an awkward moment. You can do this anywhere, and it will get you centered and focused to what's happening right here, right now. And some people might say, oh, she's really not focused. She's all over the place. Great. Those aren't your people. Don't hang out with them. Hang out with people like here. Make friends with a woman here that's like, you know what? When I was listening to this, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do something. Beautiful. And like Devorah said, now go to your journal because, and I think everybody knows this. I'm remembering all these things. When we get married, I'm not married. I've never been married. I don't even think it's a goal. You put your ring finger, you put the wedding band on your pointer finger because it connects directly to your heart. And so when we're writing, that's where Hashem brings out all this energy through. I could cry saying that. It's so beautiful. Thank you, Hashem, for the feeling I had today. Please let me know what the next step is. We don't have to know the next step. And we just celebrated Martin Luther King Day, and he has a beautiful quote about just the light on the next step. One step at a time, right? Take the flyer and color it. Make it beautiful. Go to the crystal class. Whatever sorry, I'm giving away your story, Gila. I'm sorry.
No,
But
you're
just
not.
the
You're
idea,
wonderful.
okay,
Keep on
just
going.
the idea that you can throw something away or you can take an action with it. Right now, I feel inspired. I love that you said that. And if you have children in your world, you can just watch them on the street if your kids are big. They're very impulsive. They follow their impulse and they've been trained, and maybe for a good reason. Stop that. Don't do that. Come sit here. Stop running. And so they've learned to, or they haven't, and they're still in trouble, they've learned to close and shut down. And as women, we've also been trained to do that. Everyone's been trained to do that on some level. But as women, especially, it's like, look beautiful. Don't be so smart, but be smart enough. Take care of this. Make everybody ready for this. And where are you on that journey? Where are you on that list? And so your passion can't be separate when everybody's 18 or older. It has to be integrated into your life already. And so right now I feel is a simple, simple way to integrate your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations in the real moment. Okay, now I'm going to give you a big dare. And it's interesting because dares, what happened in your body when you heard the word dare? Oh, she's going to make us do something. So we're going to take off our masks for a moment. I brought a mask to put on for all of you because I love performing and I love costumes. But this mask is the mask that we're going to take off. And this sentence I'm going to give you, and you can say it out loud, you could stay muted, or you could type it, or you can put it in your journal, is 5 words. So right now, check in with yourself. Right now, I feel scared, apprehensive, weird, judgmental. Right now, I feel annoyed, whatever. And here's the sentence. I am a big deal. So I want you to own
Repeat
that
the
sentence.
sentence, please.
Yes, I am a big deal. So each of you take that sentence, like chew on it, but not too long. Don't marinate on it. Just say it to yourself. I am a big deal. I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal. And see what happens in your body. You might feel your shoulders coming down. You might feel like, ugh. You might feel like, I'm not going to say that. Who's this crazy New York woman? Whatever it is, just take it with you and put it in your back pocket and then recheck in. Right now, I feel. Ooh, right now, I feel excited. Right now, I feel energized. Right now, I feel healthy. And just take note where your mind and where your body are and see if they're aligned. When they're misaligned, chances are you get sick, someone needs your attention in your life that you can't really help, but you want to help, and now you feel pulled in all the directions. Hashem, God, whatever you're believing in at this moment, wants you to be aligned, wants you to do your genius gift. You are a big deal. Yes, Mindy. And the idea is when you're aligned, things come in your path that are going to help you move forward easily, quickly, fast. And that's when you know you're doing the right thing. And if you lose it, beautiful Gila, you call one of your sister friends and you're like, can you remind me I'm a big deal? I even encourage you to get a mask at home, take one of your kids' masks, and really just go to a place where you're like, okay, I'm the mommy today, but now look, you could do both at the same time. So I think I'm almost at 10 minutes. I'm really excited I timed myself because I can do this for a whole weekend. You are a big deal. I love it. And I want to encourage you to put that somewhere on your phone, whisper it into your ear when you go to bed at night, whisper it to your children so they can say it back to you. Get in eye contact with yourself in the mirror, in your privacy, and say it to yourself. I am a big deal. You could be a big deal to your kid, to your neighbor, to Hashem, to your family. We're not getting specific. But when you can own that energy that you are a big deal, things in your life, people will come be attracted to you. You'll magnetize things that you're like, I don't even know why. It just showed up. So I'm excited to share about my free offer. It's coming later. It was created around Hanukkah. It's all about miracles. So I'll share about that in a moment. But in this moment, I want you to take a moment again, just plant your feet on the floor, close your eyes, or let your eyelids be heavy. And just bring your left hand to your heart. And you can put your right hand right over it, or you can put it on your belly. And bring up your shoulders to your ears and just let out a breath. Put a little smile on your face and whisper to yourself, I am a big deal. And when you have that permission, your passion will come to you and it will be clear and it will be loud enough that you can even just writing about it in your journal or telling one friend, or maybe it's a dare for you to share it here in the comments. Being witnessed and being seen in the thing that feels the most edgiest for you at this moment is so important because it lets your mind and your body know that it's real and someone else in the world is seeing you that way. And to look around this space, whether people have their cameras on or not, there's at least 15 women, 15 people that are going to be like, oh yeah, that lady, I saw her. She's a big deal. Oh yeah, Mindy, she's a big deal. Like, imagine we all regarded each other that way instead of saying, hi, how are you? I'm fine. Who cares? How you doing? Great. I feel like a big deal. So I want to thank you all for showing up. Thank you both for joining this panel. And thank you for inviting me. And ta-da. Okay.
Oh, you're cute, Shane.
I'll take cute. I like that.
Because you are. What can I do? Thank you very much, Shane. That was fascinating. I'm going to just, I feel a need to continue with I'm a big deal. Everybody, cameras on, off, raise your hands, please, and say, I'm a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
I'm a big deal. That's
I'm a
it.
big deal.
It so relates and resonates with the fact that we have that something inside. It's as Shane said, it's not something that you have to find. We have to uncover it. It's there. It's within us, not necessarily obvious, you know. And I want to tell you, first of all, it's like amazing. We just entered the month of Shvat, the Jewish month of Shvat, when we celebrate the new trees. Okay, it's like the birthday of the trees. And the truth is, what is a celebration? What's going on in the ground now? So much energy, but it's not seen, right? When does the bud, when does it grow? It's not a bud, it's a root, it's a whatever it is, it's all taking place concealed. And then one day it's going to spurt forth and be a beautiful tree. And I think that that's a big bracha for all of us seeking our passion and to share it with the world because we have each been given something so, so special. I want to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got to where I am today. And I am totally, Baruch Hashem, really totally grateful to our Kodesh Baruch Hu that I am where I am today. Of course, the journey is ongoing and we don't know where it's taking us. Did I ever imagine that I would be part of this Maim Chaim retreat? No, I didn't. And it happened. Thank God. It's like, okay. And it fits in the calendar and whatever else. Wow. So, um, I actually am a social worker. I studied social work. I always knew that I wanted to be a social worker. So, in school, when they were saying, no, you need to work hard so you can get into law school and this and that, it's like, I'm not interested. That's not what I want to do. So I can have a good time and I can get into social work, right? And then I went and I studied social work, and I guess I was working in an area that wasn't so specifically aligned with me. And I went my journey, and we came to live in Israel and all different things. And I landed up, I was working in a university. And in the university, I was involved in fundraising, working with the president of the university. And it really reached a high level and moved into academic planning, telling the lecturers, what do I know, what they should be teaching, how they're teaching the students, working with the students, everything else, really dynamic and exciting. And then it's like this voice inside me is saying, this is not good for my neshama. It's not good for my soul. And I would say that. I would say it. I didn't know why. I didn't know where. There was not a great atmosphere necessarily in the offices. And I think that that's part of what pushed me out of there, which was a bracha. Sometimes when you think the challenges are challenges, they are, but they're for good. Okay. But we don't always see it along the way. And then I saw this course advertised, crystals as a Avnei HaChoshen, as an X-ray to your inner well-being. Sounded fascinating. It fitted into my schedule, right? It was like around the corner from the university where I was working. It was started at 6 p.m. this course, and so I could finish work and go over there and whatever. And it's like, okay, what do I know about crystals? Do you know what I knew? I knew a diamond, a ruby, an emerald. I can count them on one hand how many crystals I knew, okay? I did not even know what a rose quartz was. But I said, I'll go along. And the teacher she says to me, well, if you don't like it, you can pay for the one session and then you can leave and that's it. So I said, okay, that's it. And then, they say when you're passionate about something, it gets you moving. And you can tell because the time just passes when you're doing whatever this is. You know how often it is that we're doing things and we're watching the clock? And there are those things that you're doing that you're not watching the clock. So I was going to this course and studying different things. And I remember specifically, I got into bed one night, it was 11:15. Looked at my watch, 11:15? That's still early. I jumped out of bed, started to research more about the crystals and do all sorts of different things about the crystals. And my husband at one stage said to me, Gila, you've got to go into this. I've never seen you so passionate about anything. You have to go into this. So I was lucky. I had a partner I have, Baruch Hashem, Ad Mea V'Esrim, a partner who is supportive, and he could identify that inner kernel, that inner passion. It wasn't even whispering so much anymore. It was now shouting out loud, move on, girl. You got to get on with it. Now, I always loved sparkles. I still love sparkly things. The stones have colors, they have sparkles. I like color. If you look at my logo, it's colorful because I love that stuff. And I remember very clearly going back many, many years, going to a friend's wedding. And what did I notice at the friend's wedding? I haven't got a clue what she was wearing. I haven't got a clue what the bride looked like. All I noticed was my friend's necklace. It wasn't an expensive diamond necklace. It just had all pretty stones on it. And I thought, oh, when my kids get married, and that was before they were at that level, I'm going to go and get myself a necklace to match whatever my outfit is with all pretty stones. I always loved stones, but I just didn't know when it wasn't a thing. It just totally wasn't a thing. So I got going on my journey. Eventually I started to work, while I was at the university, I was doing different things. And then I understood that for myself, I really needed to leave the university, close that door and open a new door and create my own business. I had no idea how. And I think that one of the tips I have to tell you, ladies, is for me, I had a business coach. I couldn't have done it without a business coach because I wasn't at work and I didn't have a boss over my head saying, giving me, not sure what, I was actually a very independent worker. And the boss is the president, so he doesn't tell everybody what to do, but you have deadlines. And suddenly when you're starting a business, oh, it takes a little bit longer. And what do I have to do? And it's like this flounder. It gave me focus, it gave me deadlines, and I still need deadlines. And I've been in my business for over 10 years now, thank God. Um, and I still go to different coaches at different times. And I feel it's a very important key for me. And you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. So I create my own deadlines as well. Deadlines for me is number one. So therefore, I said, I'm doing a panel. And I had to get to that deadline. It didn't really matter what happened. The date was there, sent the first, it's going to be ready. We're going to be here. So that was a lot of part of what helped me was having a coach, being passionate and going out there. I mean, you've got to push. You really, if you want to you don't want to make a business of it, that's okay. Take one little step, any little step. Listen inside, listen what's going on, and take a little step. Now, of course, I can keep on going and I can tell you about this and continue about all my passion. But I think one of the things that everybody wants to hear from me is about what stones that they should be using, right? What is going to help them reach that passion? So I want to share with you. I think this is it. Absolutely. Okay, I don't want to give away. Yeah. Um, and very quickly. Oh no. We could do this. Can you see it in big now? Yes?
I see it. I
Yeah,
see it.
amethyst.
Okay, you've got that amethyst there, seeing it big and clear. Now, I'm telling you, it's also the tribe of Gad, and it's called the Achlama. But what I want to tell you about this stone, that I love it, and it's one of my favorites. Okay, so now you all know that. We need to listen to our intuition, that inner calling, that inner voice inside of us. Amethyst is going to help us. It's this spiritual stone that is there for us. It also I want you to stay motivated. I want you to understand what's going on for yourself. It's going to help you and it's going to give you a certain amount of calm because we need that calm in our lives to be able to really be mindful of what's happening and to say, okay, I'm calm now. I'm sitting and journaling. I'm saying I'm a big deal, but I have to start off from a clear and clean place. And this amethyst is going to be very, very helpful for you for that. Okay. It also, I have to tell you, is very good to let you know what you're capable of. So, for me, I'm an amethyst girl. I also, along with that spirituality of the stone, it's the creating a list, okay, and seeing what I can get done from that list. It's like, it's just an amethyst thing, and I think that that's really important. We have the jade. Wow. Okay. I want your dreams to come true. I want you to know what your dream is and understand how capable you really are. And the jade is there for that. Okay. Find your purpose, reach your potential. And it gives you confidence as well. And that to me is always one of my aleph bet or ABC or most important thing is no, feel confident. Feel confident. No, give yourself that self-love. Yes, I'm a big deal. Yes, I can do this and I can rely on myself. And the other thing that the jade is good for, it gives us happiness. And we say, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha. We have to serve Hashem in joy. We have to do everything in joy. And I think for me, that's one of my passions is to bring people joy. My name is Gila, and Gila means happiness. And every time I do a meditation on different things, when I of my inner being and try to, it's like that happiness comes to the surface. And I feel that the crystals for me are a tool to be able to help bring people to their happiness and make people happier. The magnesite is a really interesting stone. It's like, look at it. It looks like a brain there, right? It's a brain stone. But this is a stone that is going to help you to move forward, to keep on taking those steps to move ahead. And yes, everybody has amazing potential. And Be'ezrat Hashem, you're going to reach your potential. When you find your potential, you could reach your potential. So we're listening deep inside of ourselves to find that potential. And the Mookite, an Australian stone mainly, okay, just by the by, and you can spell it in a lot of different ways. This is the way I spell it, okay? People spell it with a double O, so if you go looking it up, whatever, and it comes in different colors. As you can see here, I've shown you like different Mookites here. This is a stone, okay, that's going to help you look inside of yourself. And, we do need to make decisions. And so this stone has that in it as well, the ability to help us make the decisions. And um, and we want to also see when we're looking and we're trying to work things out. Lauren posted before, she's got great ideas. She can't find the solution of funding it. The Mookite is a stone that is going to help us to find various solutions. Okay. And it's great for creativity. And the other thing is creativity. We need to be able to spurt forth our creativity. And when our intuition is intact, and when we are calm, etc., our creativity comes forward. When we're in our place, you'll see we all have creativity, and you'll see that it comes up. Okay, whether and creativity, obviously, for everybody is something very different. And everything is great because it's relevant to me, and that's me and my passion and my creativity coming forward and moving me ahead. The other thing that I think is important is this helps us, the Mukkite, to develop boundaries. Sometimes we don't quite have the boundaries that we need to have, whether it's in relationships or whether it's in our own lives, doing things for ourselves. And I think that keeping the boundaries on, my dear friend Ray Shagalov, who runs actually a mastermind program called For Passion Projects, which is where Shane and I met, um, she says, you know, people who are passionate and actually let their passion come forward and lead them and work with their passion, and people who are very creative have lots and lots of ideas. And sometimes this overwhelms us. I've got so many ideas. What am I doing with them? We're not responsible to make every single one of our ideas actually happen. You can take a few of your ideas. You can take one of your ideas. Okay? That's fine. We don't have to do everything. And I think that that's so important for us to know that we don't have to do everything. We can do what we can manage. Help? Did I lose you? That was weird. Sorry. The Mukkite is good for boundaries. Okay. So I want to suggest to you, ladies, take one tiny step. You don't have to. You don't have to do everything. Okay. So sometimes reading a book is going to help you. You're journaling, doing some sort of a course. I started with a course. I worked full time. I just started with a simple course. You want to buy a crystal? Buy a crystal. Okay. Either spelling for Mukkite is good. Okay. So I want to thank you all for coming and for being here today and listening to us. You see, we've loved being here with you, ladies, and it's really wonderful. And I'd like to ask Devora to please come and tell us what her special offer is today.
Okay, hi ladies. So I'm gonna say two things. One is I'd love for you to come and sign up for free on the Jewish Healing Network, whether you're a health seeker just looking for potential wellness professionals, or you want to looking for events or retreats or different things, products, come and sign up. Or you're a wellness professional and you want to share your services to the world. please come and sign yourself up into the system, and we will be in touch with you to approve you, B'ezrat Hashem, on the system, on the Jewish Healing Network. And also, the WhatsApp group on there connects to me. So if you would like to reach out and ask me or connect with me in a personal way, you can just send a WhatsApp through the Jewish Healing Network, and I will get it, and I will be in touch with you. I'd be happy to answer any questions, personal questions on your journey to finding your passion.
Mm.
Please
Thank
reach
you.
out.
Thank you. And as I said, we're going to be sending that on the email, a follow-up email. Shane.
Yes. So this Enchanted Eight, it's for sensitive creatives, and it's really a way to break free from old patterns, reclaim your aliveness. And if you feel, somebody said, pulled in many directions or
Shane,
overwhelmed, it's really going to get you.
can't hear
Am
you
I muted?
so well. We can hear you, but not so well.
Okay. All right. How about now?
Better.
Okay, great. So the Enchanted Eight is something that I did during Hanukkah time. So it's 8 days of creating miracles in your life. I'll put it up here. And it's free for all of you. It's going to be $108 otherwise. So take advantage of this. And then Monday nights, depending where you live, I do it meditation. And then I give out the recording the next day, or sometimes that same night, Monday nights, and that's a WhatsApp group. But if you sign up for this, you'll get access to everything. Oh, okay. So basically, I hear something. If your self-leadership is something that you're seeking, because if you don't trust yourself, it's hard to listen to those passion messages. So really getting into that place of, I need reminders. I need reminders to take a breath, to remember that I'm a big deal. Um, and then if you're interested in working with me, I am offering a special for everybody for a one-off session. I'm really efficient. You're going to get a whole bunch of energy so that after our time together, you'll have a different day. And some people like to do that once a week with me on Mondays so that the rest of their week feels different. But first step is go do the Enchanted Eight. Even if you don't do it, just check out sometimes I have a potty mouth. I just want to give you a heads up. But yeah, just see what it is. Some of the women who are here now did the thing live with me, and it was amazing. And I did it also because I really needed it. And so I lead from a place of not I'm the teacher, I know it all, but I'm the leader and I'm also vulnerable. And that is the way of women. That's how we help each other. That's how we show our children how to be powerful. It's not with the fist, it's with the heart. And so I'm so appreciative of everybody's face that I see. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. I put up the link in the chat.
Terrific. And we'll be sending it out. Amazing. Thank you, Shane. And I want to tell you, Shane and I did a retreat when I was in America one time. We did a morning retreat together, and I certainly came out empowered from that with some amazing understandings from inside me that were like, really, I came back on a high from that trip to America. And we did some kooky exercises, but they were wow. They were wow. So we pulled together, we did the crystals and we did Shane's work and we had some other stuff. It was an amazing morning. Anyway, so I want to tell you, ladies, many of you don't know me, that are here today, and it's been wonderful having you here. And I so appreciate Devorah and Shane joining me on this panel and being able to enrich so many things for everybody here. So I have I'm the founder of the Jewish School of Crystal Healing, and I teach all about the Avnei Choshen and crystals because um, I go in obviously to discuss the Jewish element of the crystals. I feel that that's actually one of a shlichut, a passion of mine, and something that I have to share with the world. So I do travel to a lot of places in the world talking about the Avnei Choshen worn by the high priest in the Bet HaMikdash and how this relates to crystal healings, crystals, gemstones, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same. And I teach courses, online courses. So I have students from all over the world, which is very exciting. But I'm starting a new course, please God, in March, and the price is going up significantly. So the course runs, I do it in modules. So people who know this is what they want to do, then they say, I'm doing the package deal, modules 1, 2, and 3. And people say, okay, you know what? I'm not quite ready for that. I'll just do module 1. And either they'll stay with module 1 and they'll be happy, or they'll say, no, no, I need more, and then go to module two and decide then I'm going to do module two, then I'm going to do three, etc., etc. Um, and so the course today, I think, is the course today is the module one is 2,150 shekel, $620, but it's going up to 2,450 shekel, $775. Okay, that's for module one, and everybody gets a beautiful box with crystals in it, and I make sure to send two of each type, and they're beautifully labeled because we want to use our crystals. They're not just there to learn about, they're to learn and to use. And then the package deal is like 4,940 shekel, $17, and it's going up to $1,753, 5,545 shekel. Okay, I have a couple of people already signed up for the next course, a few people, and people have expressed interest. So I'm running a webinar, please God, on Sunday. And after the webinar, okay, the price will go up. On my website, the written prices are the higher prices, but the prices that you would be charged are the lower prices. I'll write it all in the email. I don't want to confuse you. No, if you're thinking about it, you're welcome to reach out to me. Okay, email, WhatsApp, whatever it is. Okay, it's very worthwhile taking this deal before the prices go up, and there are always payment packages available to make it easier for everybody. Okay, so I'd love to have you there, and I'd love to see you on the webinar on Sunday. So, Lehitraot, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Devora. Thank you, Shane. Any more information if you want about the retreat? Okay. I'm also happy to share about that because you'll hear about the Avnei Choshen there, as well as so many, many things. And okay, all the best, and I'd love to see you. Please God, Sunday, a great webinar coming up. Bye.
Thanks, Gila. Thanks, Shane.
Thank
Bye,
you.
ladies.
Thank
Thanks
Thank
you.
for
you so much.
coming.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Good night.